The most revered heroes of the Old Testament, the patriarchs, the kings, the prophets, share a surprising commonality. Not a single one was ever actually forgiven by sacrificing an animal, nor were they saved by adhering to the law. The book of Hebrews points out a stark mechanical reality. It was physically and spiritually impossible for the blood of bulls and goats to take away human sin. For centuries, a relentless, bloody system of sacrifice dominated the landscape, yet not a single guilty conscience was actually cleared by it. The altar functioned as a brutal, highly visible diagnostic tool rather than a cure. These repeated rituals drove home the same mechanics. Sin carries a lethal physical consequence, and escaping that consequence requires a flawless substitute to step into the gap. The ancient altar provided a temporary shadow, pointing toward a living, breathing reality that would demand significantly more than a transaction of animal blood. The narrative shifts when God officially rejects the ritual of dead animals. In its place, Hebrews describes a new requirement: a fully submitted human will, housed in a prepared body. These ancient, repetitive offerings serve as an anatomical blueprint. They lay out the exact specifications for a perfect human life, waiting for Christ to embody them. The burnt offering maps directly to Christ's total, minute-by-minute devotion to God, a literal execution of the first great commandment. Alongside it, the meal offering represents his consuming service to mankind, the daily, exhausting labor of loving his neighbor as himself. While the previous offerings describe a way of living, the trespass and sin offerings deal specifically with the death and atonement required to cover human sin. The peace offering stands as the ultimate culmination of all that labor, God and man finally reconciled, sharing a common meal in peace. Jesus' sacrifice encompassed the relentless, exhausting devotion of his entire earthly life, culminating, but not beginning, on a Roman cross. Many imagine Jesus dream-walking through life like an actor hitting marks on a stage, protected by his divinity from the actual friction of existence. In reality, his human nature encumbered him with raw feelings, physical limits, and deep vulnerabilities. He operated under a severe mental burden, navigating nearly continuous, aggressive confrontations with hostile crowds, a psychological weight that required constant endurance. His humanity opened the door to agonizing, sore temptations that required active, exhausting resistance in real time. He absorbed the full, crushing pressure of human life without taking a single divine shortcut. This raises a difficult prospect. Did Jesus endure this high-friction path so that we could escape our own responsibilities? We often lean into a passive religion, treating Jesus as a proxy who did the heavy lifting so we can avoid the labor of daily devotion. If he is truly our example, then following him guarantees we will face the same basic difficulties and exhausting work that he did. Others can offer support, but absolutely no one can keep the commandments for you, and no one can live your life on your behalf. True salvation is an active, inescapable commitment to executing Christ's gritty blueprint of sacrificial devotion every single day.